Hi, and welcome to the first edition of 2018 Sandshark Bites. I'm James Duffy alongside Mike Manning, the brand new
right.
SID here at USCB. Mike was our former assistant soccer coach for the Sandshark soccer team, and now he's moved into an administrative position, as have I. Left the classroom and now gone into advancement and development.
We're peas in a pod.
That's right. So it's going to be a little different show, a little different host here, but we're still going to get you the same great content of Sandshark athletics that you've been expecting from Sandshark Bites these many years.
Yeah, we do have a good lineup. Our field reporter Carlo, he's been busy gathering some material for us, and I think you're really going to enjoy the interviews and such that he has in store for us.
Yeah, Carlos kicking it off well, and we'll be catching up with him in just a minute here. But first, let's talk baseball.
Baseball, unbelievable showing from a couple of players in particular in the early goings of this year. Alex Murphy and Nick Costin.
Both were mentioned this week as Sun Conference Players of the Week. Alex just was crushing the ball. He hit 4 home runs over 4 games. He had 3 of them against Florida Memorial. He went 6-11 overall with half a dozen walks.
8 walks.
8 walks, sorry.
And being pitched around like he was, a bag opens up, they're just going to walk him. Commands a lot of respect when he steps into the batter's box. And as a senior, that's what you expect from your guys, to step up and lead, and that's exactly what he's done so far.
And then we got Nick Costin doing it on the other side.
Nick Costin, unbelievable performance the other day for him. 17 strikeouts. 17
strikeouts, complete game. We've had our record for years now has been 12 strikeouts in one game. We've had it done 6 times by 5 different players. 2 of those times by Julio de Pena, I believe. That's correct.
One of them last year.
When we say 17 strikeouts in a game, what's the first thing you think of?
Wow.
Okay, well, there's that.
You lose words, honestly.
Growing up in St. Louis, what we think about is October 2nd, 1968.
I wasn't there.
Well, Bob Gibson pitched 17 strikeouts in a home run game, and that's been the record for a home run game number of strikeouts so far. So anyhow, but Nick Costin, yeah, there you go. At least some St. Louis Cardinals baseball trivia for you. But we're looking at the teams. They've been pretty rocky start. Comes and goes, kind of ebbs and flows. We got like 50 guys on the roster trying to figure out all the positions. But we're starting to settle into, who we're going to see play where. We're pretty solid lineup. Seeing some of these guys who were freshmen last year only got a little bit of playing time. We're really out there getting some time. Cameron Smith at third base he's got 9-foot long arms. He weighs 110 pounds. He's really taking that corner really nicely.
He has. The hot corner's been very hot as of late. And then also Hunter Helms, another freshman coming in at first and done very well. And like you said, it's been interesting to see this team kind of get into the small ball approach that Coach Christian has been looking for and preaching on. When these guys get on base, they are dangerous every time. Over 20 stolen bases already this season. So you get them on, they've got the speed to get around now, and not a whole lot of power in the lineup except for Murphy. Who's very powerful.
The one anomaly out there, right?
The guys are able to reach base, and they're able to get runs across because of the buy-in. So it's going to be interesting to see how the team grows and continues in their development with Coach Christian at the helm.
Not a lot of graduating seniors on this team either, which is nice. We're going to lose Paxton Buckner. We're going to lose Charlie McGinnis finally after 12 years of being here. I think he started here before I did. I think I have a picture of he and I starting our undergraduate careers together or something. He's finally going to graduate. But yeah, it's been great. We're going to have a quick catching up with Carlo and Nick Costin.
He caught up with Nick Costin, the man of the hour last game.
Carlo Prusa, and I'm here post-game after USCB's victory over Flomo, winning both games today. And I'm here with pretty much the star of Game 2, Nick Costin. Nick, what a game for you, man. 17 strikeouts. You kind of broke a record that was put in place in 2011. How did today feel, man? Were you locked in from the get-go?
Yeah, it felt great. I did a good job changing speeds on fastballs. I didn't throw that many breakers, so I had to change speeds on fastballs, and defense played great, and it really just everything worked out for me today.
Absolutely. When I talked to you a couple weeks ago, you told me you couldn't find your curveball. Have you found the curveball? Has it come to you yet?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of found it, but I struggled a little bit today with it. But I was throwing a changeup that really worked today, so I didn't really need to exaggerate the curveball, I guess.
Awesome. Today, besides you, you had some great support by your offense, and especially in Game 1, they exploded. Do you think the team has come along and has gotten closer over the course of the season so far?
Yeah, these guys this is the most hard-nosed team I've ever played on. I mean, we're fighting it always, and no matter what the score is, we're always fighting and trying to get the win. We never give up, so that's the biggest thing to our success today. And but I think it's going to lead to our success in the future.
Of course. Now back to you. Today, it always seemed like you were always ahead in the count. You always got that first strike in. You threw a lot of strikes. Was that something you were trying to do, or did it just happen?
Yeah, the best thing I did today was always get ahead. That's what most pitchers always try to do, because it just gives you such an advantage percentage-wise when you start the count 0-1 or 0-2 or whatever. It really helps to open up the plate a little bit for you.
Absolutely. Lastly, what do you guys got to do tomorrow to get the sweep, and what do you guys have to do for the rest of the season to be successful in your eyes?
Well, tomorrow we got an old vet on the mound, Daniel Wagner, my roommate. So he's going to go out there, he's going to pitch good, and he's going to give it his all. And I really think if we can get the sweep this weekend, it's really going to help our momentum for the season and help us be very successful.
Awesome. Appreciate it. That's Nick Costin, Carlo Prusa. Stay tuned.
There it is, your first catching up with Carlo for 2018. We're going to run out of these here pretty soon, as soon as Carlo graduates as well.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out how to keep him around. Maybe.
You might be able to start seeing him on like WTOC or something like that.
Yeah, we sure hope so. Carlo's been a fantastic asset for this athletic department, and personally, he's helped me out quite a bit stepping into the new role. So we appreciate Carlo and what he's done with us. Men's golf.
Men's golf. Newport Laparage kid.
Who's that? Is he pretty good?
He's all right. He's doing okay. I just like it that I was able to pronounce his name early on in this whole thing. And he's a good kid, too, but he's also a hell of a golfer. We saw him and Bobby Dunphy both do stellar performances last week.
Tied for third.
Tied for third.
Both of them. So 2 guys inside the top 5. It was a big event down Savannah Harbor, a Division I event that our guys really showed out for. So real impressive to go down and watch them.
We're expecting big things from them. That's their first tourney so far in this calendar year.
Mm-hmm.
The golf season does a little awkward first half, second half thing that always confuses me. But for one, essentially. I mean, they come in third overall, but I mean, that's still a great start for us.
They did really well. It was fun to be out there on the course with them. Got to go out Sunday morning and see the guys play. Followed them around a little bit, and it was good time. Again, like you said, Newport just so down to earth, and watching him perform underneath the pressures of being who he is and the #1 golfer for us. Been real good to have him, and he's young too, so he's going to be around for a little bit.
And we're looking forward to seeing everybody at home on our Oldfield course
Yes,
March 5th for
March
the Sandshark
5th and
Invitational,
6th.
5th and 6th, the Invitational there. So if you're not doing anything, or even if you're doing something mildly important, drop it and come out.
Absolutely, it's Monday and Tuesday, the 5th and 6th of March, and you get 36 holes on Monday, so if you're looking for a full day at Oldfield, you're going to get it. Come on out, and then 18 on Tuesday as well. So should be a good time out there. I'll be out there.
Outstanding. I'm going to try and come out on Monday.
Oh, please do. You can help me do the scoring.
I'll come out for about 20 minutes and then turn around, because the bugs, it'll be like this all day. It'll be scratch, bite. Yeah, men's golf. What else? What else we got? We got every sport going on right now, pretty much.
Softball's
except for
up
soccer. Softball, Abbey Pack. How are you going to talk about softball without talking about Abbey Pack right now?
Abbey Pack, 5-2 on the year so far. Kid's been on fire last week. One of the other athletes named Sun Conference Pitcher of the Week. We
had 5, by the way. That's Nick Costin, Alec Murphy, and Abbey Pack so far. And then,
got a couple more coming. And Abby, she went 28 innings last week, 3-1 on the week.
10 games last week we had to play.
We did.
And Abby was 3-1 out of those 10.
Pretty impressive. Mm-hmm. And the one that got away was to number 23, Rio Grande.
Rio Grande had a game that they went all the way to the 7th inning with no score,
It did.
and they got some balls that came through for them. And
but on the week, a .035 ERA.
.035 ERA, nothing to
Boy.
sneeze at. 1 earned run.
Yeah.
So Abby Pack again deservedly
she was
getting
certainly
that.
dealing, and after the doubleheader with University of Pikeville, our guy Carlo, he caught up with Coach H.
Let's see that again.
Let's do it.
I'm with Carlo Perusa, and I'm here with Coach Laura Heverly after their victory against Pike University today, winning the series. Coach, let's talk about the series victory. What does it mean to you guys?
We came out today ready to go. We played yesterday 2 pretty good games, close games against Rio Grande, and we just wanted to come out. We left a lot of runners on base yesterday, and our goal today was to make sure that we're not leaving as much runners on base. We had a few, but we really capitalized on our base running today and taking extra bases when we needed to, and getting our leadoff batter on when we needed to, and getting our short game to where we need, people moving people over and making things happen. So we came out and we were pretty strong on the offensive side today, and really took care of business on the mound as well. So.
Now going on tomorrow, you guys are going to be hosting another series against the University of Michigan Dearborn. What do you guys have to do to be successful there?
We actually just talked about it in the circle. We need to, we're finishing the weekend, and we need to really focus on going 100%. Coach Ali was mentioning that, and we need to focus 100% so we can get some time off next week and really focus on getting back to the little things that we need to focus on, but really coming out tomorrow, making sure that we're staying strong defensively, our pitching staying strong, and we're having timely hitting, getting runners on, getting them over, and getting them in. If we do those, have success in those areas, then we should be good and ready to finish tomorrow strong.
Awesome. Last question. So far early on the season, team's been having a good amount of success. What is why are you guys having success? What are some things that are making this happen?
We have a lot of young people who are just ready to get out there, ready to prove what they are. But we have a lot of returners that are really working together more so. We have a strong defense. Hi, Allie in the back. We have a strong defense, and our pitchers have been going after batters. Our defense has been playing strong, and we have a lot of speed, and we're working on the power and hitting the gap shots. I told our players that if you keep hitting the ball like you guys are, we're gonna find holes. People are gonna make mistakes, but we just got to keep going after it. Be a hard out. But our team's just really working together and really trying to find the niche of what the lineup is. But we have a couple more tournaments to come around that we're gonna keep looking towards young ones, but the people who've been playing a lot to keep working together so that the final outcome could be great when we get into conference play.
Awesome. Well, we're all looking forward for tomorrow and the rest of the season. That's Coach H, Carlo Perusa. Stay tuned.
It's an embarrassment of riches we got this week. There's just too much to talk about. And we got Carlo out there doing 3 interviews
and Coach H is always wonderful after the games, always humble, keeping things in perspective. Speaking of humble, some of our women's golfers, they can go out and they can win a tournament, and
they know how to have fun. Our golfers.
They sure do.
That is true. It really is one of the most interesting teams to look at as well.
It's quite a collection of individuals, personalities, and countries.
And countries, exactly. We've been talking about that for a couple of years now, how diversely spread the languages are of our golf team. And we had first time out for 2018, fantastic result.
I'd say they did okay.
Yeah, they did all right. Second overall at the Georgetown College
Invitational down in St. Augustine, the
There
World
you are.
Golf Village.
Yes.
Slammer and Squire course, I believe.
I don't know.
I believe that's what it was.
Stuff I don't know. Go ahead. Tell us more.
Blanca Porta goes out and ties for first overall in the tournament. Great performance, great person, and what are you going to say about her? She's been absolutely consistent. She's been our #1 golfer now for a little bit, and this is going back to last fall. And she's really coming into her own, getting more used to being around here.
She's a sophomore from Spain, and in a place where she's moved to a whole place that speaks an entirely different language, plus all the people on her team, they all speak different languages. There's nobody teaching Esperanto to them. It
is so fun. We had opportunity to go out to the course, and they were speaking to each other in their home languages. Everyone's got their whole thing, and I thought that some of the girls from Germany are so angry at each other. Like, why are you being mean to her? She did well. Oh no, that was really nice, she said.
No.
Okay.
No, golfers cannot take a compliment. Even if I went to Blanca and said, "Congratulations on coming in first," she would say something like, "Oh,
talk about her bogey,
yeah, the one
way
bogey
back."
I had, right? Like, oh, I could have done this a little better." Yeah, take a compliment and be happy with the tie for first place.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, golfers.
And earlier on, back in January, they had their long drive competition. Got to go out there and see that, and they had a whole lot of fun. They dressed up in their regalia.
With all their there's some interesting costumes
there really
representing
were.
their countries. But that's what we're going to see next. Yeah.
We're actually Carlos caught up with Blanca Porta and went over some things with her and kind of.
Oh, it was a one-on-one, right? That's a different video, right? I'm not quite ready. Our first show, 2018, still shaking the dust
Forgiven.
off. Let's see the Blanca Porta interview.
USCB sophomore women's golfer Blanca Porta has emerged as one of the premier golfers in the program. However, she has had to overcome some obstacles after moving to the United States from Spain.
Well, I started playing golf when I was around 5 years old. My entire family was playing golf, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, everybody. So I started with playing with my grandpa during the weekends, and I keep going. I met my coach from back home in England 5 years ago, and we started talking about going to college, keep playing golf, because in Europe you can't really keep up playing sport and going to college. So he explained me the situation in the US that you can actually play sport and be in a team and go to college at the same time, and I really liked it. So we started all the process. It took me kind of 2 years to find the university because of all the paperwork, visa, acceptance in the school, scholarship, everything is very difficult.
I think we really needed Blanca. Coming into it, when she came as a freshman, we were really looking for a fourth score. We were really struggling for a fourth score, and we were just really hoping that one of the freshmen would bring that to the team, and she really, really has. You can, like I said, you can always count on her putting a score in there and giving you at least a mid-70 and sometimes even a good low 70.
At the beginning of the season of my freshman year, I was very nervous because I didn't know how my game was going to be, if it was going to be good enough for with the girls, especially being college level, sports level. I thought it was very high, so I wasn't as comfortable as I'm right now with the team, so my golf wasn't good. But last semester I improved so much, feeling so much comfortable in practice every day, qualifiers, and then the tournaments. I was comfortable, I knew what I was doing, and the results came in really well.
I think her game's come along a lot, mostly in terms of maybe confidence standpoint. I think when she first got here she doubted herself a little bit. Obviously she was a freshman and wasn't really sure of her place on the team, but I think now I don't think she's ever not qualified for a tournament. She's always been in that top 5 and stuff, and I think that confidence has really kind of shone through into her game and made it even better. I mean, her swing's obviously just as good, if not even better, as it was when she first got here, and I just think having that extra note of confidence that she's always going to be playing and always going to be putting a good score in there has really helped her.
Blanca so far this season is on a roll. She tied for first place in the Sandshark's first tournament of the semester. However, she has specific guidelines to follow to ensure her success holds up for the future.
Playing individual sport as golf, you have to make sure you're comfortable with yourself, especially at practice and when you play tournaments and practice a lot. And also you have your team, so you have to be comfortable with your team in practice-wise, traveling-wise, because if you're not comfortable with them, you're not going to be comfortable with yourself, so your game is not going to be good.
I mean, even now, with our seniors, we're all trying to beat Blanca. She's definitely one to watch, and I think when we leave, when Mo, Franzi and I leave, she'll be up there. I think she'll be playing number 1, definitely.
Blanca Porta's future is extremely bright. She has definitely become one of the true leaders on the team and already a player that everyone can look up to. Her teammates all believe that her performances will only get better and better. For USCB Athletics, I'm Carlo Perusa.
At the University of South Carolina, Beaufort, we offer small classes, individual attention, and an affordable education in an atmosphere that fosters diversity and achievement.
We are students.
We field 9 Sandshark sports teams that compete in the Sun Conference.
We are athletes.
We are one university with 2 campuses serving the coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia.
We are the Low Country.
We are the fastest growing 4-year school in the University of South Carolina system. We are USCB.
So we'd like to take some time and talk about the other golfers on the team: Moa Christensen, Emily Turner, Vanessa Schlow, and there's so many great players on the team, but we don't have the time today just because we got too much time to pack into this half an hour. We want to talk about.
You couldn't catch up with them. They're going to be at the Lady Cougar Classic coming up next. They're heading over to Columbus, Georgia to defend their title.
And then
from last year.
At St. Patrick's Day, they're going to be pretty much home at Moss Creek for the Low Country Invitational.
That's right. That's hosted by Beaufort, just down the road. So, again, over St. Patrick's Day, come on out.
Come on out.
It'll be good fun.
And then for the last, track and field. We got a
track
lot.
And field?
We got
inside
track and field. Yeah. Dum. That's our whole new feature. But it is the indoor championships.
It is
National Indoor Championships coming up.
We sent four athletes.
2 seniors, 2 freshmen.
Unbelievable. Daryl Dunham. Yeah, he qualified in the 400. Broke 50 seconds to qualify for that. You've got Jonathan Graham in the pole vault. They do their jumping in meters. Unfortunately, I was raised here, and I can't make the conversions very well. But I know the 400 is 440.
Yeah, right.
Maya Cooper, she's going for the 60 meters. She qualified with a 7.77, I believe, when she came in. And then Ayana McKeever in the long jump. So definitely track and field events.
Track and field. They are going inside.
And the thing is, you can catch them online this weekend.
There will be a link on uscbathletics.com.
There is, yep.
And we getting that free? You want to pay for that?
I'm not sure what the details are with the NAI.
NAI may charge you.
They may charge to broadcast that, but they're out in Kansas now.
Pittsburgh, Kansas.
Ready to compete out there. So
things we want to point out too. We mentioned at earlier in the show that we had 5 players that were made Sun Conference Players of the Week. 2 of them we've sent to Kansas.
Yes.
Daryl Dunham and Maya Cooper. And so for both their performances in sprinting, the 400 for Daryl, the 100 for Maya, and the 4x100 and the 4x400 for each of them.
Yes.
And so both of them recognized for that. We need to talk some more about Daryl Dunham later as we talk about his Olympic trials.
Yeah, and Carlo's going to be speaking to him and looking into some things.
Got us covered good, because Daryl was a student here, left and went up to Columbia for a little bit, decided when to come back to his home turf here, and we welcome him back with open arms. We're happy to have him.
Unbelievable guy, nice kid.
Yeah.
Always pleasant at 5:30 in the morning when I see him.
And
just unusual for a college student.
He will be wearing the cap and gown on May 4th. And we're excited about that.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Today, we are halfway between graduation and Christmas. So,
wow.
Yeah, I know. Just to put it in a little perspective for you. And so we are on our way. 2 last things that I want to talk about before we cut away. Don't forget to go to uscbathletics.com. Become a Sandshark Club member.
Sandshark Club bringing you broadcasts of our home events this year free of charge. USCB Athletics. Go to the fan zone. You can check out the Sandshark Club.
And we got the marketplace working. If you are going to graduate like Daryl Dunham or any of our other senior, Paxton, McGinnis, these are the alumni green and gold cords. I'm selling them through the development office, at the bursar's office. If you'd like to know more, you can contact me, duffyja@uscb.edu. There will be signs, emails, posters, flyers, tables, all those kind of things to represent.
Infomercials at 3 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. And if you've got a graduate, you can buy them their cords to adorn their regalia as they walk across the stage. So for the last thing, Player of the Week, Sandshark Club Player of the Week. We got a lot to choose from. We got 5 players that were mentioned as Player of the Week by the Sun Conference, but our tiebreakers usually go to record breakers or hardware winners.
And this week, 17 strikeouts.
17 strikeout.
Destroying the record for strikeouts in a game. Nick Costin.
Congratulations, Nick, on being the first Sandshark Player of the Week of 2018.
Congrats, Nick.
So we'll see you next week, because we are back. We've been gone for about 2 months, and we are back now. We'll be back with a regular broadcast. We'll be on YouTube. We'll be on 8 o'clock Friday nights on the County Channel. And until then, keep those fins up.